No, I didn't forget about making a video for Warden Healer, but I wanted to separate it into two videos actually, and this will be about regular healing as a Warden, and the other video, which will come right after that, will be as a kiting in for those places like Cloud Rest or like where you need to kite the things and all. And in this video I will just only focus to the aspect of regular healing, and there's some alternate things and some flex spots in everywhere that you could do depending on your group, depending on your choices. So before we start, subscribe, thumbs up, and comment below what you think about it, and let's just go. My favorite spot is still Rest, and just look at that. This is beautiful, beautiful castles and all and everything. This is just so beautiful. But let's talk, and we start with the character sheet. And if we go and look at the attributes, this is 64 into Magicka, so we get 36, whooping 36k. Maximum magic 24.5k, maximum health, and 13.5k maximum stamina with 1000 magic recovery and 14k spell resist and 10k physical resistances, alongside with kind of 3000 spell damage and 17% spell crit, which you don't need actually. As a food, we do use a blue food, max health and maximum magicka, and Armand Stone is the ritual to get more healing. More healing doesn't hurt anyone, is it? Apart from it, we are using the spell damage and spell crit and max magicka potion, and with magicka recovery. So if we pop up and put something like that in here, in our stats, we can see 30% crit and 4000 spell damage, which is quite huge thing, and that would be enough. So this is the character, and also we are Argonian to get more healing and maximum health and disease and poison resistance and max magic, max stam, and when you drink potion you get health, magic and stamina, obviously. So this is what it is. So if you're curious, 5.3k and 5000 maximum magicka, you can see the food right here. I don't think you need any other food apart from it though. This is just perfect. And the second thing, if we go into our inventory, our front bar is the powered master perfected restoration staff that gives the sustain to the teammates with the powered trait and the restore magicka to us. And our back bar is ice staff of martial knowledge with the charge, and it has a frost damage glyph on it. Martial knowledge, basically when your stamina is below 50%, your light attacks cause the enemy to take 8% additional damage for 5 seconds, so you need less stamina for that to work. But this thing, except front bar, because this is for sure, you need master restoration stuff from VDSA, alright? So the first alternate thing for back bar, yeah, shoulder, and 2 rings right here. As an alternate, you can run your vault. It will increase the duration of major and minor buffs and damage shields you apply to myself and to allies by 4%. So if you are going to run your vault, you could do the same setup exactly, combined with Roaring Opportunist. Okay, and this will just making quite a major slayer to the people and all. So you can combine your vault with Roaring Opportunist. So this is completely up to you what to do, but this setup is exactly the same. So basically, yeah, you just replace Spell Power Cure with the Roaring Opportunist and replace the Martial Knowledge with the Your World Guidance and keep your front bar from the with the VDSA thing. So, helmet, you need anything that gives you healing done. Basically, it could be anything. And I'm running medium armor in here, and I just like to have one medium armor because of the passives and all. And as a 5-piece, you can see all of them is light and maximum Magicka 6. So if you look at that, it says you give a magic coverage, increase the weapon and spell damage when I overheal people. Basically overheal, that means this. So overhealing, that gives a weapon and spell damage. That's the spell power cure that drops on White Gold Tower. And the last thing is the mythic item. We do have mythic in this setup, yes, and we do have spell damage glyph on it with arcane because I don't want to sacrifice my maximum Magicka too much. When you use resources to cast a healing ability while in combat, and my dominant resource, which is a magic, is under 30%, you gain 5 ultimates. So each time you cast a skill that heals with my dominant resource, which is a Magicka, I will get 5 ultimates, so I can spam more ultimate, basically. And this is, I think, the best mythic that you can do on your healer in any setup. As an alternate, if you are kinda staying away from the group as a warden, alright? And the other healer should run Spalder of Ruin. I actually made a video about those things. Actually, I just don't want it to. I just want to quick run from it, and I will leave the link down in the description and top right corner of the screen just right now, so you can click and go watch the Templar healer build, and you can see everything. So those are the sets simply. If we move into the skills and then afterwards the champion points as well, so we go into the skills now. We are Argonian, we do have passives that you need, Undaunted, etc, blah blah. You may think like, why I don't use Warhorn? Because I just don't right now. As I said, the crit cap is capped at 125 and you can drop the Warhorn in your guild and all, so you can use some other stuff like healing tickets, etc. So this is completely a flex spot before we start, if you're curious why I don't use Warhorn or Barrier or something like that. So I will go through everything right here. The front bar is the Illustrious Healing that put the AoE and procs the Dragon Star weapon, and it gives a quite huge healing and then sustain to the group as well. And the second skill is the Budding Seeds. You can put it like that and it will keep healing for 6 seconds and it will pop up by itself. But as an extra, if you put this on the ground and you want an immediate healing, you can just press the button again and then it will give a immediate huge burst heal for an AoE, and this is quite huge. The third skill is the Radiating Regen that gives to a healing over time to 3 people for 10 seconds. And the Combat Prayer, obviously you need to give damage done and physical and spell resistances for the people and a little bit healing too, kind of. And our oh shit moment healing is enhanced and enchanted growth. Okay, enchanted growth. Those are the mushrooms, I would say. It gives a little bit buff, magic stam recovery 15% for 20 seconds, but it is kind of you can think a ritual in a Templar skill. Okay, this is just gonna put the mushrooms on the people's feet, but as a cone. You can see the cone right here, and this will only heal people in front of you. This is the only thing that I don't like, because Templar in this way is much more powerful with the ritual skill compared to that. But better than nothing, and you need to use Enchanted Growth as a oh shit moment button, and you just push it and heal them immediately. And as an ultimate, we have a Green Balance ultimate right here, healing ticket. It costs literally nothing, like 90 ultimate. It gives 13k health, and it will keep healing people in the area for 5k every 1 second for 6 seconds, and the heal over time will continue to heal everyone even they leave the jungle that I will put, but I don't have ultimate right now. This is a shame. So on the back bar we have the Ice Fortress. There is no point being a Warden and not using the Ice Fortress. You need to give your teammates up to 6 people physical and spell distances 6000 for 24 seconds. This is quite cool skill. And Necrotic Orb right here just to give the people sustain. You can use the healing version of this or this version basically, so it will give damage to the boss and everything when people blow them up. And the third skill is the Leeching Vines. It will go into the lowest health in front of me, lowest health ally in front of me, and it will apply also the minor lifesteal like Altar from the Undaunted skill line. So this is how the vines look like. This looks cool, and it also heals when I take damage. Okay, or someone take damage, whoever have the vine. And the fourth skill, since we are using the martial knowledge, you need to use Growing Swarm. If you are not using martial knowledge, you don't have to use the Growing Swarm. You need to use Fetcher Infection, just the other morph, which uses the Magicka. Keep in mind, I just like the Growing Swarm and I just put, so I don't need to dodge roll just to proc my martial knowledge during the trial, like dodge rolling around like so stupidly, you know. So I just use the stamina version. There's no difference, at least as a damage wise, it just changes, but it applies a minor vulnerability for the duration and increasing the enemy's damage taken by 5%, and it put a bleed damage for 10 seconds. And the last skill on the back bar is the Polar Wind. It looks like a Breath of Life, to be fair. It is healing, not a huge healing, alright, because it scales off with the maximum health, just so you know. But always the first tick is quite huge healing, and then you will get heal over time a little bit on you, and as it says, also for an ally too, which is 7000 again for 12 in a 12 meter radius, and also it puts a little bit damage too. As an extra, you can put Blue Betty to get weapon and spell damage, and you can put you can get removed one negative effect on you. It looks like a perch, and it's giving you Magicka a little bit, but who needs Magicka as a healer? You just light a heavy attack with the restoration staff and you are BAM, full, and you are Argonian too, keep in mind. So this spot is completely flex spot, I would say. It is completely up to you what to do with that. You can put Polar Wind, you can put Blue Betty, you can put something else, whatever you want. And as an ultimate, on the back bar is Permafrost. It deals a little bit damage, but the most important thing is taking the Permafrost morph is that as this ultimate level up, the duration increases. Alright, so when you put this on, like for example Qiuvox Heart mode, you and your teammate will get a major protection, reducing everyone's damage taken in a radius of 10 meters by 10%. So this is why Permafrost is important, because you don't have access to Nova, obviously, and well, when you need to use Nova, you don't have to be a Templar. You can just pop the permafrost and let people stay alive while they are healing. So those are the skills. Obviously you need every passive and everything, so I will not go into that too much. And the champion points. In the green you can do whatever you want to do, but the most important ones are like rationer and liquid efficiency right here, and soul reservoir and all those kind of things, and steadfast enhancement. So this will save you a little bit money, or like reduce cost of sneak, and increase your out of combat movement speed by 20%. This is quite cool. But if you go into the red right now, we will start with the assigning ones. It is boundless vitality, unit health, maximum health, because you are the second tank of the group as a healer. Why not? Yeah, you need to stay alive. If you die, this is going to be a problem. There will be an issue, and everyone is going to panic and all, healer down, get the healer up, blah blah, etc. Everyone will be running around to get you and save their SS, because there's damage, let's say, on the ground. So yeah, max health is important, guys. And the second one is the fortified, which is the armor, is also important. 1.7k armor is quite cool. And the third skill is the bastion. Obviously you can think like oh, we are not giving a damage shield, but you are actually. It is increasing the effectiveness of damage shields that you put, okay? And the last one is in here, sustained by suffering. When you have negative effect on yourself, you get 150 health, magic and stamina recovery. This is quite cool. And you can get Mystic Tenacity right here, you can get Tumbling, Defiance, and all, Hero's Vigor, like Tempered Soul, or Sprinter right here, Wind Chaser, Hasty and all. I'm not gonna tell you everything, but as long as you have the champion point, you can get the rest of it. But those four that I just show you, as here, Bastion, Sustained by Suffering, Fortified, and Boundless Vitality, is a must have. There's no alternate. There's no alternate, and I think there is no better than those CPs that you can do. There's nothing better. Even though you could drop Sustained by Suffering, you can say I don't need recovery. Yes, you don't need recovery, but there's nothing better than that. So that's the red CP, that's the red CP, and that's it. In here you can put 160 if you have the CP. Get some crit, get some tireless discipline right here, max stamina, max magicka, and right here you can get the mitigations. And the first thing that's related with us is actually here, Swift Renewal. Increase your healing done with heal over time effects, and most of the Warden heals are heal over time, so you need that. This is the first assignable CP that you need from the blue. The second one is a Soothing Tide. Increase your healing done with AoE heals by 10%, and we do have a lot of AoE heals. If you go into this here, you need Blast, 2% more healing. It is important to have. So I will go into the left first. And Leveling Overflow, when you overheal yourself or an ally, you give them health, magic and stam recovery by 150 basically every 12 seconds per target, and this will last for 6 seconds. You need it for sustain. This is good. So this is the third assignable CP right here. And the last one is from the brink. Whenever you heal yourself or an ally under 25% health, like, oh my god, everyone's health is going down now, yeah, in those kind of moments, and since you have healing on them the whole time anyways, you give them a damage shield that absorbs 11,000, yeah, damage for 6 seconds. This effect can occur once every 30 seconds per target. So this is where the bastion comes in. So 15% plus 15% of it, like you will give a couple of thousands more from the brink, basically, with the bastion on. So this is the last champion point that you had to assign, and those are the champion points. Basically, it is focusing on everyone front of you, and like, let's say this is the how can I say, where can I show it actually? Where can I show it better? Alright, so let's say this guy, this woman that we need to heal, and this is the group where they stay, yeah? Some people is actually staying right behind the team and trying to heal them from here and all, and healing the group far away. Okay? And you actually don't have to stay behind them. You can stay inside them, and your healings will still go to them. So this is the first thing that I can tell you. Apart from it, you just keep your skills on and on point. And let's say you are in the cloud rest and we are here. Okay, let's far away camera. We are here, but we need to go to that tree right there. Okay, so while we are running, you need to put the healing already in there, at least one of them, and keep one on the way toward there. Okay, like you can put the budding seeds right there and then put the healing springs there, and people will run through both of them. And then when you are here, you can put the budding seeds back, put your combat prayer, enhancing growth, blah blah, and those skills obviously, and just rotate your skills and keep them all up. As an extra, you should use radiating regen at least twice to cover up at least half of the group, 5-6 people. And when your magicka goes low, you will regen crazy amount of ultimate with the Pearls of El Nofi. Okay, this is just one of the best mythic for a healer, and I will highly suggest to get it quite fast. So yeah, this is always positioning yourself, keeping the skills, and when there's a oh shit moment, you just put the mushrooms right here. And apart from it, you just keep the rotating combat prayer, healing springs, budding seeds, those regen thing. Of course, keep that on, the vine, and then the bubble, and then what's going on, those kitties? Come over here. Then the polar wind, basically. So this is it. The next video will be about the kiting perspective of the Warden, and I will do it very soon, and I will of course share that one too with you all. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Give thumbs up, subscribe, and comment below what you think about it, and share it with your friends. And keep in touch, guys. Stay in touch and join to the channel. We do have a membership, and you will support my work highly. And I will use the money to fund my expensive equipment for the future videos. So take care of yourself, have fun, and stay safe.